Do we need to record something?
We are.
Oh, we're live.
Well, yeah. Of
Okay,
course.
great. What are we talking about?
Well,
Do we need like a formal introduction?
Well, people don't know who you are. Yeah. So, who are you? And who are you? How do you know me? What are some nice things you think about me?
Well, my name is Father Bryan Kujawa from the Diocese of Crookston in northwestern Minnesota.
Nice.
Which nobody ever knew where the Diocese of Crookston was until we got Bishop Cousins. And now that we have Bishop Cousins, everybody knows where the
Really?
diocese. Every single person in the whole world knows.
Really?
Much. Yeah. I mean, that's my experience, and that's a lot of
That's
other
funny
people's
because
experience.
we had a similar experience
With
here
Bishop
in
Barron.
Winona,
Yeah.
where nobody knew where Winona was, and now everybody.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
We're on fire.
I
We're on
kind of
fire.
doubt that's the same with Crookston, but okay.
It's actually probably more
You're,
so.
you're probably like, for you though, you're probably talking about people like just beyond the border of the Diocese of Crookston who like didn't even know Crookston existed.
No, well,
like
they
St.
definitely
Paul
did.
Diocese guys.
That's true. Lots of people did not know Crookston existed. No, but
Yeah.
like, so I have this priest
And
friend.
now St. Paul Diocese guys are like, wow, there's a diocese up there called Crookston. It's
No,
not
no.
just Duluth,
This is bigger.
but there's Crookston.
This is bigger. I have a
Yeah.
priest friend who was just down in Florida at some conference thing, and he was telling these people, like that he's from Crookston, and they're like, "Oh, Bishop Cousins." And this is the common response across the board is like, "Crookston, oh, Bishop Cousins." Everybody knows Bishop Cousins. I mean, it's probably not as big as Bishop Barron, but maybe actually. Eucharistic revival, bro. Like the
Yeah.
Eucharistic revival. Anyway.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, we just got to get back to your original question.
No, we don't.
Oh, okay.
We
great.
can tangent all we want. That's fun. People
Well,
like that.
we can have some fun with that, though, how I know you.
Oh yeah, no, I'd love to get to that, but my immediate thought is like Bishop Cousins is a priest bishop in my point of view. Like when I think about people know about him, my immediate thought is priests speak well of him. Not that like your average lay parishioner
I think
knows that he was leading up the
I
Eucharistic
think lots of lay
revival.
people know Bishop Cousins.
But like because priests speak well of him?
I no.
No.
I mean, I think priests do speak well of him, and lots of priests know him.
Yeah.
But it's lots of lay people too.
But like, how are they? Because he didn't plaster his face all over the Eucharistic revival. How did they hear?
I don't actually know, but they just know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. And he's not on
Yeah.
social media, or maybe he is, but he's not got much of a presence on
Yeah.
social media. He doesn't have a lot of YouTube things. I don't know
Yeah.
I don't know, but people
Yeah.
know about him.
Yeah. Okay, a couple more just about you first. So, right, like, how long you been ordained a priest?
Almost 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, same as you.
Yeah.
But I'm longer than you because you were. What's your date?
June 19th,
Yeah,
maybe?
exactly. I'm
When's yours?
May 23rd.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, bro.
That's my grandma's birthday.
Oh, that's special.
And my niece's.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Grandma's deceased.
Oh, may she rest in peace.
My niece is alive.
Okay, may she also
She's
rest
healthy.
in peace.
No, she's healthy.
She can rest peacefully
Yeah, I hope she does.
whenever she sleeps and rests.
Happy birthday, Darby Marie.
God bless you.
Happy birthday, Grandma Peggy.
Yeah, same. God bless you.
May 23rd, that's a special day.
Yeah, really special. For me, anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't want to ask you too long of a question, like why did you join seminary? But like, so you've been ordained 10 years.
That's right.
You've been up in Crookston for all those 10 years?
No.
Diocese?
No.
No?
I was in the Twin Cities for a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
For special circumstances.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's great. So I went to seminary way back in 2008, September of 2008.
Okay.
And
That's funny because I went in 2007.
right, yeah, exactly. So I
And
went
yet we were
to
both ordained 10 years.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
You must have went fast track.
You
or
must have had some
something.
special circumstances too. No, sometimes bishops, just part of their diocese, they have guys take a pastoral year. It's just-
It wasn't part of our diocese.
okay, well, whatever.
But it
sometimes-
became after I.
Okay,
did
yeah,
it.
you were the trailblazer there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's special.
Yeah.
Good job. Anyway, so
People can ask in the comments if they're not sure what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he
That's
just
all
took
right.
a
Just
year-
ask in the comments.
year for prayer, work in ministry,
Yeah.
and parish life. Yeah,
Well, I knew God was calling me to be a priest.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be a priest.
right. Oh, wow, that's tough.
Yeah. That was during my second year of theology.
But now you want to be a priest most days.
yeah. Well, how was that? I mean, I always want to be a priest
course.
now, but I am a priest.
That's true. Exactly. So there's a
So it's
commitment to it.
different.
There's a commitment to it. Even on the days you don't want to, you're committed to the priesthood.
I've got a lot of weaknesses,
Yeah.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
One I don't struggle with that I'm really grateful for is like I don't struggle with grass is greenerism.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Some guys struggle with that.
And it's okay. And it's not that I haven't gone like, it's not like that I have zero envy
Yeah.
in my heart or
Yeah.
jealousy. And I'm not saying that, but generally like maybe I was brought up this way,
Mm-hmm.
stable family, parents with a stable marriage. Like, it's kind of like, do you want this life?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you asking that question?
Yeah, right.
This is the life you have.
Yeah, right.
You know,
That's nice.
I mean, that doesn't mean I'm not happy with it or content with it.
Yeah, yeah.
But my mind doesn't go to,
Right.
you know?
Oh, I totally know.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm grateful. I mean, like, I've got lots and lots of faults.
Right.
You're aware of some of them.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I'm grateful that's not one of them.
Yeah, no, I totally get that actually. I even when I was in seminary, there's a time when I was wrestling with whether God was calling me to be a priest and whether I wanted to be a priest. But once I had a moment that was very clear, it was like, great, I'm in on this. And there were still like attractions to different women or whatever, but it's like, no, like I'm going to be a priest. And so I navigate that differently.
That's sweet.
Than
I didn't have that. I was like, I mean to interrupt you and like,
That's
but,
fine.
Yeah. So like God made my calling very crystal clear
Mhm.
and so maybe I had grass is greenerism. I hadn't made the commitment yet. So you were able to go, this is what God wants.
Yeah.
I trust you.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is what you want, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be lonely and miserable, Lord. So why would you call me to this?
Right.
And then what happened was, short story on my part. I'm the worst interviewer ever.
No, you're doing great.
Yeah. Maybe we should change roles. Maybe you should.
Yeah, tell
ask
me a story about
stop
your...
it. Stop it. So, my spiritual director, Father Jim Steffes, great guy. So he said, now priest friend, not anyways.
Mhm.
So, he said, do you trust the Lord with your happiness?
Mm.
And I was like, do you trust him with your future happiness? Do you believe Jesus wants you to be happy, that his will for you is lined up with his desire for your happiness, you know? So I was on retreat. Father Steffes was my spiritual director for it. And I was like, the Lord gave me the grace. Like, okay, Lord, I believe part of your love for me is you want me to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that whatever you're calling me to, that I can't see it.
Yeah.
I really can't see it, but that, okay, I trust you with my future happiness. And then I made this interior commitment, like, for all intents and purposes, it looks like you want me to be a priest. I'm going to become a priest. Unless you
Nice.
hit me with a bus or something,
Yeah.
I'm going to be a priest. And then it changed. Like, I couldn't get excited about the priesthood or look forward to it or think it was, or foresee. I had a block
Yeah.
on the goodness that was there
Mm.
until I was like, I will be a priest.
Mm.
And then like almost immediately I was like able to have some foresight of like how cool it might be,
Right.
which you really don't know ahead of time.
Yeah, right.
But like, I was like, oh, I'm going to be a priest.
Nice.
This might be kind of nice.
You're right. You're right.
You know?
You're
So,
right.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are not able to get to that point of trusting the Lord with their happiness. You know, like a lot of people today, even really faithful Christians, and maybe there's even like maybe a lack of awareness of it, but a lot of people like to keep one foot in both doors of like, no, I love God, but if I don't get the good feelings of loving God, then I'm going to rely on my own resources, my own stuff.
Yeah.
So we're hesitant to really go all in on the Lord because whatever, a fear maybe of being uncomfortable, a fear of happiness, whatever, or unhappiness.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's great
that's also
that's a great question. No, but it's a great question that Father Steffes asked you.
Yeah.
You know, just like, are you able to trust God with your happiness? And then from there, you know, there are implications to the answer there. There's consequences to that answer.
As a Catholic and a disciple of the Lord, Mass is obligatory. On our website, we have our Sunday Mass times. Saturday at 5 p.m. at St. Charles, Sunday at 8 a.m. Holy Redeemer, Sunday 10 a.m. at St. Charles, and on the third Sunday of the month, we have a 12 noon Spanish Mass. There are also opportunities for daily Mass. These are wonderful opportunities to grow in your relationship with God. Also, confession. We have confession at both parishes every single weekend and during the week. Just check online on our website.
How do you say yes to something, a lifelong commitment, if you don't? I want to get back to your story though. So the Lord called you.
Okay, well,
and you were like,
but
boom,
before he
going.
called, no,
Yeah.
before he called me though, like he brought me to seminary,
Yeah.
and
And you didn't know going into seminary?
no idea. I was so that was part of one of the selling points for me going into seminary was that you don't have to know for sure what God wants you to do,
Yeah.
but you can change your mind. So
Yeah.
I went to seminary, and I had this next door neighbor that was just really jacked up about life all the time, happy and touchy feely, and
Nice.
yeah, his name was Jonathan.
Oh, at seminary.
Right,
Was I literally your next door neighbor?
Literally,
I have a
next
bad
door, yeah.
memory.
No, in fact, there was one memory I have. I tried all kinds of different
I
things.
was like,
in
I
seminary.
like this Jonathan.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you do. You really do. No, there was one story in seminary. I was trying all kinds of silly things, and among them, I was doing this like jumping program where I'd have to practice jumping so I could try to jump higher, so I could like dunk or something.
Why not?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I kind of remember.
So
that.
I was doing it, but like it was like a daily commitment, but I was not yet to the point of making any kind of daily commitment to anything like prayer, whatever. So I had to do this thing, but I was kind of committed to it. So I got back one night and it was late, and like everyone was asleep, but I'm like, I got to do the jumping program. So I did the thing, and then the next morning you were like, bro, what were you doing at 11 o'clock last night? I was like, I'm doing the jumping thing. He's like, don't do that again.
Did I really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I say it straight face?
Yeah. Well, no, you said it with a smile, like you would. But I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Did I wake you up? He's like, yeah, but let's not do that again. It was great. I was like, oh shoot, okay. I know I felt bad about it. Like I was a mess, but I wasn't a total mess. That I was like inconsiderate of you.
You didn't feel bad about it.
I felt bad that I woke you up.
Oh, I made you feel bad?
No, it's not your fault. It's my fault. I was the one irresponsible with my jumping program.
Have you always been committed to stuff like you decide to do?
No.
You do have, so for you have, that's a virtue you have. You're dogged about in a good way.
Yeah.
I don't know if dogged could ever be bad, but like you seem to grind. You seem to you make commitments. You get things you think the Lord's leading you into. You say yes to it, and then I'm not saying you're flawless or like you don't fail at them, but like you seem to stick with it. Like running. Like you told me about your goal for winter running, and that's harder than summer running.
Right.
And want to do better than last winter.
Yeah. It was pretty wild. Oh man, there were some times running this winter that I had to really bundle up.
Yeah.
And I was covered in ice at the end of it. Anyways, so anyway, I try to. It's becoming more and more frequent that I fail at my commitments. You're
failing more.
Yeah, I'm just weak, man. I'm just weak. In like my spiritual commitments especially, so this is real time. Most mornings when I pray my holy hour in the morning, I am all jacked up. Part of it is probably because of coffee, but part of it is just I love morning. And I'm all jacked up and all right, I'm going to go for it today. I'm just going to I'm going to push through. I'm going to get all my stuff done. I'm going to, whatever. I'm going to really crush it for the kingdom. No entertainment, whatever. And then by 10 a.m., I'm just checking the sports scores again and ready for a nap. It's just it's so frequent. So then at the end of the day, I'm just where did the day go? I just whittled away a whole bunch of it. Anyway, so it's just becoming more and more frequent that I'm always ready to conquer the world early in the morning. And then by the end of the day, I've been conquered. Yeah, it's great. It's a great time.
It's a little bit personal. Is that hard?
Yeah, of course it's hard. But for whatever reason, I keep getting back on the horse. I don't know.
Well,
I don't give up on it, I guess.
That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, because some people would get, if it was me, I'd be prone to, I might be able to get at it again, but I would be prone to self-judgment, self-criticism, self-resentment, and discouragement.
Yeah.
And then the next day, the likelihood of me starting out excited about the day,
Sure.
no.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting out pissed at myself,
Sure. Yeah.
discouraged,
Yeah.
frustrated.
Yeah.
But to this is a struggle I have. So to an exaggerated,
Yeah. Right.
I might know that I'm having feelings and emotions that aren't reasonable,
Yeah.
but it's still like,
Yeah.
but you,
I think I'm like a puppy.
You fail by.
I'm a puppy of really short memory. I'm like at the end of the day, I'm groveling before the Lord. Like my snout is down, and I'm just like walking with my ears drooping, and I'm before the Lord. I'm just like, I know, I went to the bathroom on the carpet again. I'm really sorry, and then the next day, I'm just like, let's go. I'm ready to go for a run.
Life is fresh.
Yeah,
and new.
right. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe
Wow.
that's a gift. The gift is not that I persevere. The gift is that I have a short memory, and I just have this false.
That's glorious.
Yeah, hope of some sort, whether it's false or real. I have this kind of hope every day.
I'd like to have that.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, so part of the thing that I think is true is I have this commitment to my morning routine, and that is super helpful.
Yeah.
So like I've got my morning routine, and then the rest of the day can be hit and miss.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's a miss, but the morning routine as that foundation is super helpful, which is you're praying the rosary, you're reading scripture, you're praying some more. I run a lot in the mornings. So that morning routine is so good, so that in so many ways, because it's routine and it's discipline, when I wake up, and like there are some mornings that if I stay up late, which doesn't happen very often, but if I'm with people and I end up being up late, then I'll let myself sleep in a little bit, like a half an hour or so. But the thing is that even if I wake up tired, a lot of times I'm just like, well, this is like, if I don't do it now, I'm going to feel bad later on. So at least my morning routine is firm.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. So
I've found that to be a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get back to like more introductory bits.
Sure.
But I have also found the morning routine to be hugely important.
Yeah.
But I fail at. I'm streaky. I'm streaky. A good morning for me is being up by 6.
Uh-huh.
I can drink coffee. I can pray my whole holy hour.
Yeah.
Take my dog out to pee. If I can get my holy hour and then coffee and a shower.
There you go.
Before mass.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say brush my teeth because that's optional. That's a good morning for me.
That's nice.
And I'll have weeks where I'll be good at that. Let's see. I don't have to wake up early on Tuesday because I take Tuesday mornings off, so I don't.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then let's see here. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I don't really have to.
Yeah.
Sunday, I do. So there'll be weeks where I'm like 4 days out of 7.
Yeah.
Pretty consistently.
Yeah.
But
one thing I'm grateful for.
I'm not like, that's maybe half the time I'm consistent with my morning routine. But I guess my point is like, I agree. It makes a big difference.
Yeah. One thing I'm really grateful for, when I was in seminary, Bishop Cousins was Father Cousins, and he was one of my instructors, and he's part of the formations. Yeah, formation
Minor
team.
Seminary was with us.
That's right. Yeah, So major seminary in St. Paul. Yeah, good point. And anyway, one of the things Bishop Cousins, there's this group of guys. So he's part of the Companions of Christ, this little community of priests, and so I'd hang out with them. I was like a companion to the Companions of Christ. So I was like a mere acquaintance of Christ. Is what I was. And anyway, Bishop Cousins had this. He had this penance, you'd say, is like a good penance is to get up every morning at the same time. So that's something that I heard. It's like, you know what? I think I like that. So I get up the same time, even if it's my day off, even if I've got nothing going on.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. Like if you want to succeed.
Right.
I mean, if you want to do well.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that's important to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, part of my morning routine.
If succeeding during the day isn't so important to you, then do what you want.
Exactly. So my morning routine is pretty lengthy. So actually, if I sleep in, like even this morning, I slept in just a half an hour, but I was thrown off totally.
Did it throw you off that half an hour?
It did, yeah. Surprising. Part of it was because I went to the hospital to visit a person.
Yeah.
And if I didn't,
which was out of routine.
So if I hadn't. And I had to get there early because she was going in for surgery at 8. So because of that, so it wasn't just that I was slept in. It was this. There was also this extra thing. So I felt a little squeezed, a little extra.
Yeah.
But anyway.